Hi, Hayden here, and this video is about the EVGA SuperNOVA 750. Now the 750 means watt, 750 watt gold power supply, 80 plus gold. You know, I don't know what this stuff means. I really don't care. I know that this means something. It's supposed to be good, and it's supposed to be a good company with a good power supply. To me, basically, a power supply is a power supply. Hopefully, it works and it doesn't explode or burn up my equipment. And let's flip the box over and let's go to the back. About a power supply, one of the things that I really care about is the connections. And let's just zoom in on this little thing right here. It says fully modular design, and basically it has all the power inputs that I need and has all the capability that I need to connect to my motherboard and then to power up the other devices in the motherboard. And let me see if I find some English instructions here. Well, it has, again, here's the thing. It has a whole bunch of cables included. It's got a 24 pin, it's got an ATX cable, it's got it's got the video, some additional cable specifically for the video card. That'll be attaching to the motherboard attaching to the card probably. But I'll have to look at all these specifically when we're going ahead and put this into the box or into the case, which I'll talk about in a different video. But the reason why I specifically selected this case, and I got to tell you, the recommended power supply for the motherboard and the configuration I was looking for, and I'll talk about that later during the build, was 650 watts. But for some reason or another, I can't remember specifically what it was at the time, but I decided that I wanted to go with the 750 watt output, and I just really want to make sure, like, future-proof. Again, if I want to add more drives to the internal part of the case, then I wanted to make sure I had available power supply for those things. And down here, again, we'll look at it when I take the thing out of the box, and we'll go do a little unboxing thing as I'm building or assembling the computer, and we'll look at these different aspects. And these are things that I wanted to make sure I had. I wanted to make sure I had extra power sources and power supplies for the various internal storage and drives or things of that nature that I wanted to include in the computer. So that's why I selected the 750 watt over the 750 watt instead of the 650 watt, also EVGA power supply. So that's the power supply. And this thing, by the way, is huge. It's very, very heavy. Comes with a nice carrying handle, which I believe you would need. It's an ATX size power supply. Now the ATX, we're talking about the size of the case. This does fit based on all the specifications and everything, and we'll see another video, but it does fit in the case that I purchased. That was one of the very important things, that an ATX power supply, the size of this thing, would actually fit into the computer case that I was going to install it into. So with that, that'll wrap it up for the SuperNOVA 750 power supply, and until we see you in the next video, take care and be well.